Hello and welcome to my new and improved podcast system. So, I've been using my tablet and my iPhone for all my videos, and I'm like, this is not working. So, I spent some money and bought a really nice 21.5-inch Apple desktop computer, and I also bought some lighting, which hopefully you can see the lighting, and even, of course, my new and improved mic system. So there's so many things that I want to start talking about, especially the most recent one that I'm about to be discussing, and that is my Uncle Manny. Manny, what the hell are you doing? I almost don't know where to start with him. So, I guess we'll just start with this. I have, and I know I've talked about it before, I have an uncle that him and I are only 4 months apart. And yes, I've talked about it many times in the past. It's not about our age, but it's about what I found out earlier today. Yes, today is November the 13th, year 2025, and I found something very, very startling on my Uncle Manny's Facebook account. So, before I reveal the shocking news, let me tell you what happened between him and I. So, a couple of years ago, him and I were on Facebook friends. And I'm really not going to speak a lot about his past, other than he was married to a woman for quite a while who's never been a Jehovah's Witness. Then, long story short, it was very obvious he was struggling with homosexuality, and that marriage did not last. And of course, he came out of the closet as being gay, and of course, married to a doctor who has a PhD in chemistry. Again, I'm not talking about his sexuality, I'm not talking about his husband. I'm just giving you a little background. So, when we were still Facebook friends, he told me many times that he definitely wants to come down one day when I still lived in Arizona, meet my partner, we can get together, we can go out to eat, do whatever. And then, of course, I left in year 2021 to the state of Washington. And I can't recall what year it was, but of course, and I'm not really going to talk about it because I've talked about it many times in the past, finding out about my Uncle Sam being a pedophile, doing the P word, and of course, committing incest. Oh my God, I don't want to go to talk about it again. He's been arrested 64 times. Oh my God, he has a very long rap sheet. Again, I'm not talking about my Uncle Sam either. But other than the shocking things I found out about him. But when it came out to the public about what I found out about my Uncle Sam and doing some very illegal felony things, it got back to the Hernandez family. And they're very knit, very close. And you know what happened? Uncle Manny private messaged me. And he went off the deep end and telling me, I can't believe what you did. You broke the family bond. He didn't deny about his older brother being a P word and doing some inappropriate things to his flesh and blood children. I won't even go into it. But it wasn't about that, the horrible things he did. I broke that family bond. They're so close, including my dad. And I have a lot of aunts who are ex-Jehovah's Witnesses. They're still like this, including my Jehovah's Witness grandmother. And so when my uncle texted me, or it might have been emailed me, it might have Facebook messaged me, I don't remember, but he just told me, I don't know, we can't be close. Sounds like pretty much we can't be close anymore. I can't believe you did this. Blah 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 blah. And I remember I responded back to him, and I agreed, and I even told him, said, okay, I'm willing to be bygones by bygones, if I'm saying that right, and not talk about your family, especially Mr. Sam. But I did tell him, but you know what? Victor might be your oldest brother, but he's my dad. So I pretty much will say whatever the hell I want to say about my dad. And I basically have the attitude like, you don't like it? Tough. I'm trying to be edited. I'm not going to use foul language or talk inappropriate things. And so he didn't like that. And not long after that, he pretty much disappeared on social media. And he said it on social media too. He's like, well, I'm pretty much gonna go off social media altogether. He went off of Facebook, no more Facebook. I don't even know if he had Instagram, but he pretty much disappeared. And this went on for, I don't remember how long. I think it was a couple of years. It was a while. And then now, very recently, maybe a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, suddenly I see Uncle Manny back on Facebook. And in the beginning, he only had like maybe 21 Facebook friends. I only had one photo of himself, no pictures of his husband, no pictures of his spice company, that's his husband's spice company, Casa M Spice. Just him. That's it. Him and his sunglasses. He's wearing sunglasses, which is fine. And I was like, hey, I'll request Facebook friends with him. But ironically, he never responded back. Never accepted me and him as being Facebook friends. Week after week, month after month, I would check randomly, see if he will accept me as Facebook friends, and he didn't. Now, again, I broke that family bond, and I'm sure it really hurt his mother, especially my dad. And I won't go into long detail because I talked about this in the past. When I found out about my uncle in the very beginning about his felony situations, I smeared that on my dad's public Facebook account. And it all blew up. My uncle, my Aunt Martha, we used to be Facebook friends, and she also private messaged me, and I can't believe you did this. She denied it all. Oh, I can't believe you did this. You broke. Okay, here comes that broken that family bond situation, and she denied it. And I was like, whatever. And so, anyway, I broke that family. Just was already gone. They all completely disowned me years ago, especially my dad. So I'm coming to the shocking news at the end of this right here, because I don't want to have a long video. So just today actually, I blocked on Facebook friends with my Uncle Manny because I got tired of waiting. Obviously, he didn't want to become Facebook friends with me, and I'm like, I'm done. So I blocked him, and I blocked him for I think a couple months until today. Remember, today is November the 13th, year 2025, and I unblocked him just to see what's going on, see if it still said on there if it showed that I tried to request Facebook friends or not. And sure enough, he defriended me as Facebook friends. But here's the shocker news. Dum dum dum. Well, he has a lot more Facebook friends now. Of course, not as near as like I have. He has like, I think 77 now. When I blocked him a couple months ago, he only had like 21. Now he has 77. And guess who he is Facebook friends with? Yes, of course, he's Facebook friends with a lot of his siblings, including the little disgusting pig Samson, which is fine. It's his choice. I'm not judging. If he wants to be friends with him, it is his brother. But here's the shocker. My Uncle Manny is Facebook friends, not with my brother, Beaner, but Facebook friends with my mother, Tina. Does that sound kind of odd? You know, my parents been divorced for almost 40 years ago. Back in 1986. We're in year 2025. Why in God's Holy Spirit? And I guarantee my Uncle Manny didn't go out and search for my mom and said, "Oh, I want to become Facebook friends with my nephew's mother, Tina." No, I guarantee it's the other way around. My mom searched for my Uncle Manny, and he accepted it. Now, here's the quencher. I want you to think about this. My Uncle Manny and I grew up as active Jehovah's Witnesses. And I know I've already talked about this already, and I can't confirm it or not, and probably will never have the answer to this if my Uncle Manny ever got disfellowshipped, if he disassociated himself, or he just walked away from the Watchtower organization. But my Uncle Manny is considered, just like me, an ex-Jehovah's Witness. Just like me, Manny and I are both openly gay. Manny's not married to a woman anymore. And I know I spoke about that already. He's married to a man, a doctor, a PhD chemist. Does this sound odd? You know, Jehovah's Witnesses especially, they are very much so against any practicing openly gay individual, especially if you are a ex-Jehovah's Witness and gay. So, Mom, Manny, and I'm not even harping about you, Manny. I'm not blaming you. Forgive me if I'm sounding like I'm mad at you. I'm more confused. I'm more confused about this whole situation. Why is my mom, or why did my Jehovah's Witness mom, and keep this in mind, and those are something I don't know about. My mom has been born and raised as one of Jehovah's Witness all her entire life, over 68 years of her life. So, aren't Jehovah's Witnesses, when you're on social media and you have Facebook friends and Instagram friends and TikTok friends and YouTube friends and whatever friends, that if you're a Jehovah's Witness, you need to be cautious. I know Jehovah's Witness organization always talk about it. Be very cautious who you're friends with and who you associate with, because they're bad association. So again, Mommy dearest, why did you request and accept and become Facebook friends with my openly gay, married ex-Jehovah's Witness Manny. That is what I want to know. Why? Are you talking behind my back? And I don't think so. I totally don't think that my mom would ever be private messaging Manny and say, hey, Manny, this is Tina. I'm little Victor's, your little nephew's mother. Oh, hey, can we talk? No. That, I guarantee you, Manny would look at her like, no. But why did Manny accept it? That's why I don't understand. Like, he had to be looking at this when he got this Facebook request and saying, huh? Tina Hallquist? Isn't that little Victor's, my little nephew's Victor's mom? He knows who she is, duh. And I don't think my little brother told him and said, hey, Manny, become Facebook friends with my mom, Tina. I quit. I know I'm rambling and I'm talking too long. I don't want to get no more than 20 minutes in this video. So, forgive me for rambling and talking so much stuff, but please help me to understand why my mom and I'm going to say it again, and again, I'm not speaking bad about Manny and his sexuality. We're both gay. It's just odd. It has to be. I'll end it with this. I think it would be really weird, don't you think, if my mom's, a lot of her Facebook friends or Instagram friends finds out that she has a person, they're not even related even. Remember, my parents been divorced for almost 40 years ago. Don't you think the Jehovah's Witnesses would be looking at my mom and saying, Tina, why are you friends on Facebook to this man, Manny, who is no longer a Jehovah's Witness? He's obviously an ex-Jehovah's Witness. He's gay, married to a man. Don't you think the elders, if they found out about this, it would go to her and say, I'm an elder. Sister Hallquist, I was wondering, can we talk privately for a moment in the conference room? We have some questions or some concerns. And my mom will look and go and say, oh yes, brother so-and-so. How can I help you? Well, it's brought to our attention that you have a Facebook friends named Manny Hernandez Jr. And he's gay, married to a man, and he's obviously an ex-Jehovah's Witness. You know, Sister Hallquist, I think you should be very cautious about who you should be Facebook friends with. Counseling her. Again, I'm rambling. I'm just talking out of my ass, but it's just very odd to me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please forgive me if I was rambling too much. And again, this is my brand new podcast system that I'm trying to learn. I know the more I do this, the more I'll do better. So once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. And I have a picture too. If you want it, I'll send it to you. I'll send you a picture. I have a picture of my Uncle Manny's Facebook friends, and I circle where it says one of his Facebook friends is Tina Hallquist. It's circled in red. I'm not joking. Okay, hope you have a good day, and let's enjoy life. Thanks, and have a good day.